All right, Tommy. Here we go. Episode number 16.
Hey,
Dads Who Try.
Dads Who Try. We are shooting at night tonight.
We are. It is extremely late.
Yeah.
You know, like 9:30.
When did 9:30 become extremely late?
Well, I heard it in a Jay-Z song. 9:30 is the new 12:30.
And 12:30 is the new 3:30.
Boom. And 12:30, I can't imagine staying up. Like, it's just not possible to stay up. Okay, I'm turning this off. And I'm turning it off because this is our first ever YouTube
We
video.
are doing YouTube now.
Yes,
So we have TikTok.
we got it.
We have YouTube.
We do.
We have the podcast.
Yep.
We're on Instagram.
That's right.
What don't we have?
I don't think we have
MySpace.
That is still a thing.
Yeah. But we do have Facebook.
Oh, yeah, we have Facebook now.
We do.
Okay, so we just listed off all these things.
Yep.
And if you're listening on the audio, you should probably jump on over, check out the YouTube. You can see the studio. It's not a garage.
It's not a garage.
No, it's a studio.
This is a studio.
Let us know if you think it's a studio or a garage in the YouTube comments. And yeah, we just started a Facebook page because we kept on getting messages from different dads, different guys who are like, I feel like I'm on an island.
Yeah. And I think Facebook's one of those places where you can, have actual conversation. I feel like on Instagram, you really can't have full on, conversations, and people are constantly asking for advice, and we're not the advice pros by any means, but I think it does, it's a great platform for people to connect, especially dads. And I was on it today, kind of saw some interactions between some of the dads. And so if you don't follow us on the Facebook yet, you should, and we would love to hear from you and all your hacks on fatherhood.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Is it follow on Instagram, you like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube?
Yeah, subscribe on YouTube.
Follow on TikTok.
Follow on TikTok and follow on Instagram is kind of, I think,
is it the same thing?
Yeah, similar.
Huh. Either way, shout out to everyone who follows us on all of our platforms. There's a special place in heaven for everyone who does that.
Thank God.
Hey, last podcast, episode 15.
Yep.
We had none other than the self-admitted treat king himself, Josh Anderson.
Treat king himself. If you call your sugar candy things that you eat treats, slap yourself right now.
That's weird. Save treats for Halloween.
Yes.
I love Josh. We said, Josh, what are you into right now? And he said, I'm into treats. I'm like, you're a grown man. What do you mean treats?
Dude, if you're over the age of 15, you don't get to call anything treats.
15, yeah. Let's go. You could even
more. 12.
Yeah, if you're a teenager.
Yeah.
And
if you're 13,
you're calling a croissant a treat. Every day, my children, they get one treat a day.
Yeah.
And, that encompasses everything. When they turn 13, and if they're still saying treats, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, I would say, young kids are calling their, candy or whatever treat. That's fine.
Yes.
But again, if you're 13 and up and you're still calling stuff treats, let's talk after this.
Yeah, let's talk. Look, it's strange, But I will say this. If my wife calls me a treat.
Would you rather be called a treat or a snack?
What's the difference? Can we break this down for a second?
Well, I feel like
I feel like a treat.
Yeah, like a surprise treat. Like, surprise, I'm a treat. And then, man, you're looking like a snack right now.
I feel like I feel like I'm a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're a snack.
Right now?
What?
Dude, come on. We're not going there, man. It's weird.
Okay. Episode 16. I feel like this is, we can't celebrate every podcast, But every 5, I feel like that's appropriate, right?
Yeah. Every 5 is legit. I like that. And what are we celebrating today, Nate?
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we are.
We're celebrating your daughter's birthday.
Yes, of course. We are selling my daughter's birthday.
Is that where you were
no,
going?
I was not. But
I'm sorry.
I was hoping that you would catch where I was going. But but when you just said, "Oh, we're taking it there," I had an idea that you could have thought that that was what I was thinking.
What were you?
I was saying that we officially just jumped over 100 and some thousand.
Yeah, I think as of last podcast, we weren't at 100,000.
No, and we are officially over 100,000 mark on one of the social media platforms, which is unbelievable, you guys. Yeah, the TikToker following is pretty unbelievable. The content there is really funny, but I love the engagements. And if you're following our TikTok channel, thank you so much for following and for leaving all sorts of advice and hacks and all the funniest stuff. There are some good quality content on the TikTok that makes you laugh.
I'm gonna pull up our TikTok right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find some comments and we're gonna read some comments. Okay,
let's go.
And I'm not gonna lie, some of these comments are wild.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna click on this one. I'm just gonna pull up a random comment and I'm going to read it as if I'm the person typing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you gotta give the context of what the video is.
Nope.
Oh, you're just gonna read it as is.
Yes.
I love it.
My 2-year-old watches Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park. Winky face, muscle flex emoji.
Nice. The 2-year-old watching
Simpson, not Simpsons. Family Guy, lowercase,
Family Guy.
And South Park, lowercase.
Dear God.
Winky face, muscle flex. And this leads me to this question.
Yep.
Did you ever, when was your earliest memory of watching something that was, maybe a little bit too mature for you?
Well, I remember my mom was never home a lot because she was a single working mom, and so I had the freedom to do a lot of, television browsing, and so I always landed on The Simpsons when I was younger.
Really?
And did I ever really fully understand all of its humor and all that stuff? Of course not. Of course not. But I really did enjoy it. But there was a show that it would always come on, but I was never into. It was it Beavis and Butthead?
Bro, that's where I was gonna go.
Yes.
My brother and sister. My brother's 10 years older. My sister's 9 years older. I have a very fond memory of them saying that they were going to take me to go see the Muppets or something like that in the movie theater. It was a special thing. Oh my gosh, the older siblings want to take their younger brother to go see a movie. We get to the movie theater and they're like, we're not watching the Muppets. And they take me to go see Beavis and Butthead Do America.
That's insane.
And they're like, we swear if you tell mom and dad,
we'll end you.
We'll end you.
Yeah, just shows like that was, very mature.
Yes.
I just was I don't know. I was really enjoying my age cartoon shows. I enjoyed Hey Arnold. I enjoyed Rugrats. I enjoyed,
all that stuff.
The Wild Thornberries.
Rocket Power.
Yeah, Rocket Power.
Yep.
All of it.
Wild Thornberries.
What
was the Donnie?
Yep.
We watched that, and I'm like, Donnie. Eliza can talk to animals. She has such a linguistic ability. She can talk to animals. Did she steal Donnie's ability to talk to boost hers?
I don't know, but it's unbelievable. There has to be some cross parallels here.
I can't remember. There was a Rugrats Wild Thornberries crossover?
There was?
I saw it in the theater on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
When I was a kid. But it makes me think, okay, so Donnie, he can't talk, which now we'd recognize as maybe he's on the spectrum. Something, back then we were watching shows, people were running around with disabilities and we're laughing. Now it's Wild Thornberry is getting canceled, okay?
Yeah.
And here's my other problem. Let's go Disney for a second.
Yeah.
Disney has a lot of problems, but Goofy,
yep,
he's a dog.
Yep.
He can talk.
Yep.
He has friendships, family, conversations, children. He has a movie, the Goofy movie.
Yep.
He has a part 2.
Which was such a great movie, by the way.
Is Pluto a dog?
Pluto is a dog, and he does not talk.
He doesn't just not talk. He's leashed. Pluto acts
Yeah.
Is Pluto just like someone with some like extreme disabilities in the Disney world?
I don't know, but I was watching Bluey today.
Which season?
Course, season 2.
Ooh.
And there is an episode called Army, and one of the dogs on that show was it. I didn't realize this, but as I was watching it, you realize that he had ADD on the show.
Do they address it?
They didn't say that he had ADD.
Yeah.
But the little brother kept saying to why can't you just focus? You always forget. And so he was like addressing his brother, and his brother's like, I just don't know. You know? But the story was beautiful because so in the beginning, they're retelling the story of, so the mom kind of asks the son, how was your day? And so he recites what had happened. But the school that he goes to is in particular for this episode, he kind of remembers the whole thing. So it kind of gives hope to.
That's really cool.
Like that episode about for kids who are struggling with that, that it showed where his strengths were. And if you can focus on those strengths, you're going to be fine. And I was so excited about this show. I'm like, babe, this is crazy. This is actually like a thing.
I ran in, we had this conference this last weekend.
Yep.
And I ran into a couple parents, and they were talking to, they love dads who try. It was a husband and a wife, and they have a handful of kids. I want to say they have 5, between 4 and 6 children.
It's unbelievable.
A lot more than us combined. And they're like, I watch Bluey when my kids fall asleep. I continue to watch it. And his wife was like, I've never watched a show that's 8 minutes long, laughed, cried, and felt hopeful all in one episode.
It is honestly the show. The writing for that show is actually pretty brilliant.
Yes,
like every single episode, you can walk away with something. And
totally,
it's a show that I would actually watch on my own.
Look, if we get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, if we can hit it, I'll get a Bluey tattoo. I'm
in it with you.
No, you're not.
I'm dead serious right now.
100K subscribers.
First video. We're saying it right now. If we get over 100K subscriptions, we're getting a Bluey tat.
It might not be Bluey. It might be Bandit. It might be something, but it's a Bluey themed tattoo. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Mark it down. Oh gosh.
We have to film it.
Our wives are gonna love this. Shoot.
Yeah.
The worst part is that this isn't the first tattoo challenge.
Oh yeah.
I got an anime tattoo.
And there it is.
Well, there's that one.
Snorlax.
And I got the Naruto one. I put this Pikachu one on temporary today. Shout out to my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put them on.
I love it.
It's pretty fun. Okay. I want to kind of talk about this because, we were just talking about the shows that we watched and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself, I'm really not a person that struggles with a lot of anxiety, never had an anxiety attack. I'm just like not naturally an anxious person.
Yep.
I'm usually pretty optimistic about the future. I don't really operate out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I probably should a little bit more, right?
Right,
I'm a little bit too. My wife says I'm a little bit too optimistic sometimes. I'm not realistic. However, I get pretty nervous and anxious about my children. River's going to be 6 years old in a couple months, and I remember when I was 9, I got introduced to pornography for the first time.
Sheesh.
9 years old.
Yep.
And that was like magazines, paper. You got to walk around with that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that thing is legit contraband, right?
Right.
Now these kids are playing Roblox and someone's, dropping a link in the comments or something like that. And I'm like, how? Like we're talking about, we watched Simpsons when we weren't supposed to. Like these kids have access to like anything.
All things.
I'm like just praying, hoping to God that River doesn't stumble upon something and get caught up in, whatever.
Yeah. It's like, what is the tension between like, how much of it do you expose your kids to, like the world and, and try to teach them these things, like Levi is not even, he's not even 2 yet.
Right.
And I'm constantly thinking about, man, I have to raise them up in a pretty advanced world right now where, everything is really attainable and, and I just don't know, like, it feels like, what do we want to do? Like I always said, I was raised up in a public school.
Same.
And so I had a blast. I felt like I, to the best of my ability,
school experience.
Yeah. Like I felt like I crushed it where I could. And, did I get into trouble? Sure. But I mean, I think for the most part, I tried to, I never wanted to really let my mom down in a certain, in a certain way. And so I always tried to, kind of carry myself in a manner where I was able to do so. But, for Levi and stuff, man, even like right now for all these kids that are being in school, bro, the way that they're being influenced and pressured by so many things, even that show, which I haven't seen yet, but I've heard that it's just pretty crazy. It's the
one with Zendaya.
Yes.
Sephora.
No, Euphoria. Euphoria.
Got you.
You're so stupid. But like,
it's crazy.
Sex, drugs, party, all of that stuff. And I'm just like, man, kids are being exposed to stuff way too soon. I just don't know if there's ever, it's hard.
Yes. I also feel like my high school career, I'd never, I wasn't like a church guy, didn't really believe in God throughout my high school career until later on. Like I didn't have reasons not to do anything like party, drugs, drink, sleep around, all that stuff. But for whatever reason, like I remember my mom early on, when I was like in 7th grade, going like, "Hey, if you want to have sex, I'll buy you the condoms.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to smoke, I'll smoke." And shout out to my mom. She listens to all these. Dear God,
Karen.
She's like, if you want to smoke, like we'll smoke together for the free. You want to get drunk? Like we'll get drunk here at the house. And she diffused like the mystery. Like I didn't really
have to hide it.
Yeah, I wasn't even have to hide it. I was like, I wasn't like if my mom would have been like, "Don't drink," I'd have been like, "I'm drinking."
Yeah.
It's I didn't have that tension anymore.
Such a great parenting thing to do, like with your, I think that's something that probably my mom did for me as well, that made me realize like I didn't have to like try to hide it from her or, be all weird and secretive around her. She knew what I was involved in, all the time. And so, and even if she didn't agree with it necessarily, she would be like, "Hey, at least you can communicate and be open. And that whatever happens under this roof, I have your back."
Yep.
And so, for all the parents that are raising up kids, man, like kudos to you, because I think like parenting is such a hard balance between, like I remember like growing up, like I'm sure, man, there were so many times where my mom was like, "You idiot."
Yeah.
Why'd you do that? But I had this personality where I was just like, I got to learn for myself. I got to try it. I got to figure it out. And she allowed me to have this space. And bro, I think whether I got involved in whatever activity, whatever it may be, the reality is I was able to communicate, trust, and bro, the trust that I had with my mom was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
She made
I love that.
She made it easy for me to like not hide anything. And so parents, I would say, if you have kids, create an environment where it's easy for your kids to be able to communicate to you.
Yeah. We say that, like we said this on a TikTok once. We're like, essentially along the lines like, "Hey, build a relationship with your kids." And all these comments are flooding in. You shouldn't be friends with your kids. You should, being a friend with your kid, that's irresponsible. What, how about discipline? As if you can't be a friend and also have strong sense of discipline in your home. Like, I'm convinced every great parent has a really big butt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I look around and I look at great parents and I just think to myself, that's a great butt.
Yeah.
This is so cheesy. I'm doing it. But what I don't mean like physical. Okay, I don't mean, as my kids will say, I don't mean physical booties. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I mean that this is something my mom did. I would do something stupid and she would say, "I love you, but you can't make stupid decisions."
Yeah, exactly.
"I love you, but you got to pay for the consequences. I love you, but now there's going to be some issues that you got to follow up with. I love you, but."
Right.
And I think you know, there's the relationship side. I love you. No matter what you do, I love you. But you got to...
make that right.
You got to make it right. You got to, you know, you got to do the right thing. River just started his first day of school today.
That's amazing.
He's in kindergarten now. Yeah, he did TK this last year, kind of, you know, prepped him for kindergarten. He went in today and, you know, classic, already a teenager. Okay, Mom, bye. Bye, Mom, bye, Dad. See you later. You know, like, River, tell us you love us. You know, and he's like, yeah, just drop me off around the corner. Like, it wasn't that bad, but, you know, on the way to school every day, we say this, what's a Doomlau? Yeah. My last name's Doomlau.
Yep.
Just for everyone to know, so you can like look up my social security and stuff. My last name is Doomlau, so we say, okay, what's a Doomlau? Doomlaus are kind, loving, strong, smart, and brave. Yeah. And every day, what's a Doomlau? Doomlaus are strong, smart, kind, loving, and brave. I said, River, what does brave mean today? And he's like, I don't know. What does brave mean? I said, brave means even when you're scared to do the right thing. And I think
I love that.
A good parent, you know, it's like exactly what you said. There's like a level of I don't want to disappoint my mom. Yeah. You know, it's like I was never afraid of my mom getting mad. Yeah. I just didn't want to disappoint her. Right. You know, and I think there's a level of, because I knew my mom loved me, that no matter what I brought to her, I wasn't scared.
I love that.
That relationship was going to be severed. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I think you make the hard choices now, and like just finding the balance. You know, like I truly believe that you can love like your kids so deeply, but also still in a way where build trust. Where, you know, like I knew my mom always had my back, and she was the best mom that I could ever ask for. But also felt like we had a great friendship. Totally. You know, we were communicating. That's what we were talking. We built trust, and so. You know, all parents, if you're doing that, keep going. Totally. You know, like build that and watch it flourish later on.
I think this is probably going to be the truth for most guys on here. We're going to get to, you know, we're 32, you and I, and I realized even though I had a great relationship with my mom, I didn't appreciate her like I should have. Yeah. And, you know, our dads aren't really necessarily a part of the equation, you know. But I think family relationships. Right before this podcast, you were talking about, like, you know, dude. At the end of the day, all we have is friendships. All we have is relationships. That's really all that matters. I wish I would have appreciated those relationships more when I was younger.
That's it. You know, I think sometimes when you're that young, you don't realize of all the good things that you actually have. Yeah. You know, like the older I get, the more I realize all the stuff that I really want, I really don't want. And all the stuff that I actually need is all the stuff that's probably valuable. Like we're just talking about it, like friendships. I mean, I look at my friendship, like, and the people I'm surrounded by now, it's like I'm just ready to, like, those are the things that matter the most.
Yep. Totally.
So,
well, we're at our time limit, Tommy.
Yeah, that was quick.
You guys, we have a camera, which is awesome. Thankful for this camera. Grateful for it. We're recording here in the studio. That is not a garage.
That is not the garage, you guys. We are at the stew.
Yes, we just call it the garage. Yep, that's what we call it. But it has a time limit, and we are right there on the end of that time limit. So if you guys want to sponsor us so we can get some real deal YouTube gear, that would be awesome. But we're thankful for you guys. You guys, please subscribe.
Yes.
Drop a review on the podcast if you're listening on the audio. We'd love to see you on TikTok, but we would love to see you on Facebook.
Yes. Follow us. We want genuine conversations. You guys, we are dads. We're 32. We need advice. We're trying.
Yeah.
Because we're the dads who try.
Boom. Love you guys.